Welcome back to KSR Press. I'm Nico, and guess who's back, ladies and gentlemen, coming off a TKO victory in January and finally getting back into the cage against Nico Carrillo at One Fight Night 37 on November 7th at Lumpini in Bangkok, Thailand. The chef is back to cook. And ladies and gentlemen, Luke Lessei, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up? I'm good, man. I'm really good.
There you go, dude. So Beacon, New Jersey, that's where you're at now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I know you trained back at home with your dad for most of your career, but now venturing out to other gyms, what's spurring the move to Beacon, though, in New Jersey? And do you think they helped your overall game?
Yeah, man, I feel like I've been answering that question for so long.
Yeah.
I've been here like 15, 16 months now. So,
Yeah.
I had just like went through a bunch of like personal life shit. Like I got divorced and stuff like that.
Dang.
And it was always the plan to kind of move to a bigger city. So it was like these two things happening all at once, which expedited the whole like I'm just all of a sudden in New Jersey. It
Hmm.
wasn't any like, it was kind of like all of a sudden Luke's in New Jersey. But it was like a couple different things in my personal life and then fighting the environment I was in. I was like losing a little bit of ambition. I felt like I peaked in Iowa. Like I got my dad there, who's a genius martial artist, but Iowa it wasn't like giving me the spark that I needed to get to this next level. So I just needed like a change of scenery. It's pretty much putting a long story short, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and it's actually honestly New Jersey, that East Coast vibe is a lot different. There's a lot more bodies out there for you to work with, right?
Yeah, I mean that like you don't think of the middle of Iowa and Muay Thai. That's like wrestling and
Yeah.
football. So yeah, I it's cool getting to this point with my dad and just training with him. But now that I'm out here with a lot of different, high level fighters, I have a lot of different opportunities with the gym I'm at. There's good athletes here, and then it's like just overall more of a professional feeling because my dad is a working man. He has a full-time job and he runs the gym full time. So it's like more of a strength and conditioning protocol, diet, mental performance, and training schedule, the whole shebang out here at Beacon.
Perfect, man. All right. Hey, last time out, first round TKO over Cody Jerome in January. You had him following you around the ring because I tune in for the fight. Anytime you fight, I definitely watch it. But the first domino fell when you kicked him to the liver that dropped him. He got
Yeah.
up. The ref asked him if he can continue. The funniest thing to me was his mouth said, "Yes, I want to continue." His face said, "Hell no, I don't." Did you see what he just hit me with? And so then you got damn near evil, bro, going after the body and then finish him. How much fun was that?
It's hard to say like if it was even fun or not because it's something like that. It's like, whoa, that's the shot that dropped you. It's always those shots that they just like they happen so fast, you don't force it, and then you're surprised that it was powerful enough to do that. So that whole time I was kind of like, oh shit. Yeah, I was like, whoa, really? That was the shot? But I guess accuracy works, dude.
Because I've seen you fight so many times now. So when he's following you around, and I'm like, that's a stupid idea, Cody. Why would you do that? He just cracking him the whole time. So beautiful, beautiful finish. Now you got a dude in November 7th at One Fight Net 37 in Lumpini. Nico Carrillo, how are you feeling coming into this one, and what do you in your mind, right? Because you're a very high IQ guy when it comes to Muay Thai, especially. But you know, in your mind, what does this fight look like?
Um, I mean, yeah, it's not like the first pressure fighter I've dealt with.
Mhm.
His power and his pressure is like a occupational hazard when I'm thinking about it. Like that's the standard when it comes to fighting. So it's just a matter of being ready for, a very high level of pressure, power, and like, aggressive Muay Thai. That's what I'm thinking he's gonna bring. That's what I'm preparing for. And of course, I'm always prepared for a back and forth if it comes down to like fight IQ, if it comes down to a battle of like will and determination, I'm always down for that as well. So I'm just like fully focused on being prepared for a banger.
Yeah, and a banger is exactly what I think a lot of people are expecting. This, like you said, high pressure kind of guy. He puts almost like 100% to all his shots, which is kind
Yeah.
of wild. But your creativity, dude, like if you watching his fights, he leaves a lot of openings for a guy like you to dominate. I'm assuming that's what you've been training the whole time.
Hey, I mean, you said it, not me. So, if the openings are there, I think people know that I'm smart enough to take them.
Yeah.
I do have a good reach on Nico in particular, and then also like I don't know if under people understand like the way I use my reach and my teeps is a little bit different too. Not only am I tall, but I feel like I'm able to fight in like all the different ranges. So it's hard to kind of get a grasp of like, is he fighting me as a long fighter or is he okay fighting on the inside? So you can't necessarily be like training for the tall fighter,
Mhm.
because I'm comfortable clinching and whipping elbows as well. But I don't even know if I answered your question.
Yeah. No, that works out, dude. Because you're tall and long guy. You're different tall, and you got the length on him as well. But you fight like you can make yourself longer than you even are, right? Like which can give opponents a lot of fits. So that's actually a lot of that's a great answer. Honestly, it's a lot of fun to watch. All right, since your last fight, dude, what's one thing that you think has evolved in your game?
Definitely my mindset. Just growth overall as a human being, as woo woo and corny as that sounds. Um, going through personal stuff and then still having this constant of the Muay Thai, you know, uh, just going through the trials and tribulations of a 29-year-old man and then still trying to stay grounded in this storm of Muay Thai. That's been like my main focus is mental clarity, finding my identity, not just like being a Muay Thai fighter, but even going deeper and finding confidence and feeling like I belong at the top level because it's always been hard for me as a dude coming from small town of Iowa, have this like imposter syndrome, and now it's a matter of like showing people what I've believed in myself the whole time. And like it's a lot of mental stuff out here because the Muay Thai's always been there. My dad trained me how to be a dope ass fighter, and now it's like I have two mental performance coaches out here even, so I'm definitely all in on that.
There you go, man. The personal stuff, we don't want to get too much into it if you don't want to, obviously. But the personal stuff, is it fueling you now? Is it something where you're just like, all right, look, this happened. This is what's going on. I'm out here. I'm fully focused on this fight game. But are you able to, I guess, put it behind you and focus on the fight completely, or is it always lingering there?
Yeah, I mean, it was like a year ago, so it's not
Yeah.
necessarily like it's waking me up every day like my
Mhm.
fuel. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, my life is definitely cool and chill. Like, I have a blessed life. I just get to wake up and go to the gym. So my fuel is just like daily habits, stacking wins every day. I'm not using like this darkness to motivate me, because like fighting is just what I do. Fighting for me is like going to the bathroom, I do it every day. Sometimes it feels good, sometimes it hurts, sometimes like it's just what I do, it's like normal for me.
That's a t-shirt, dog. All right. If you start up your shop, that is a t-shirt. Fighting is like going to the bathroom. It feels good sometimes it doesn't. That dude, you need that. Make that happen, dog. Come on now. All right, bud. All right, look, a winner of Carrillo gets you to 3-2-1. But to the winners go the spoils, right? So who or what will you be asking for next after you get this dub?
Yeah, this one's kind of like interesting to think about
Mhm.
because like I want the Bambi fight back because he had went up in the rankings and then he just lost his Shadow. So it's like Bambi and Shadow are right there as well. And then once I beat Nico, I feel like that does a lot for my name, and I'll go up in the rankings too. And like, I have no idea if people are going to be talking about contender fights and championship fights. Um, all that being said, I'm fully focused on Nico. I think he's like on paper the toughest fighter I've fought, like definitely the highest caliber opponent I've had in my entire career. So all respect to him, all focus on him. You're not even going to catch me thinking about the future too much on this one.
No, that's a great mindset to have, obviously, for a massive fight, like you just said on this one. All right, a couple quick fire ones. We'll get you on your way. All right. A little different than the last couple times I talked to you. So here we go. If you could walk out to any entrance in combat sports history, any entrance, whose walkout are you stealing?
Whose walkout am I stealing?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a crazy answer because like, do people have like super famous walkouts?
So I've gotten Alex Pereira, right? He does that the thing with the
Yeah,
yeah,
like, dude, I'm the guy that doesn't have favorites. I'm trying to
yeah.
walk out with Gordon Ramsay, dude.
That'd be dope as hell, dude. Can we make that? Do you think one can make that happen?
Dude, that's a dream. That'd be a
Get try,
dream, bro. That'd be
get.
sick.
We gotta start pulling some strings, man. You walk out with Gordon Ramsay, right? And that'd be the dopest shit right there. Oh, I
You
want to see
know?
that happen. All right, man. If Carrillo had to describe you in one word after the fight, what word do you think it is?
After the fight, if he had to describe me.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, one word. Dude, I gotta think of a banger word. What would he think? What would he think? Because it's hard to put it into one word. I know what he'd be
Right,
thinking.
right.
I think he'll just be like, damn.
That'd be, oh man, that'd be a good one. Hey, that's a good one. If someone, if opponents look at fight you and they just go, damn, like
Just
what else
yeah,
can you
what
say?
I think his reaction is gonna be WTF.
Yeah, I got you. All right, cool. All right, but if you could headline a dream one championship card anywhere in the world, what city would you want it to be in?
Chicago, dude.
All right,
Freaking
hey.
Chicago. That's where my kids live. That's where like everybody
Mhm.
that fucks with me is from the Midwest. So and like in Iowa, there's no big city, so Chicago would be the one. And I'm a Bears fan, you know?
Hey, Chacho, y'all been to Denver, man. Let's go Chicago already. All
Yep.
right, it's big time.
Yep.
All right, brother. On November 15th against Nico Carrillo at One Fight Night 37, what can fans expect from the chef, Luke Lisi?
Dude, they can always expect like electricity and excitement, you know, no matter what, if it's a first round knockout or a 3 round banger, there's always going to be fun things to watch.
All right, man. Hey, it all goes down November 7th in Thailand against Nico Carrillo. Do not miss the scrap because the chef is guaranteed to be cooking on that night. Ladies and gentlemen, the people's main event, Luke Lisi.
Yeah, it's the people's main event.
Hell
Thanks,
yeah.
Eddie. Hell yeah.